you guys, welcome back to Black Tea. So Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj are now making history, and they actually are the first female rap collab to ever hold a Guinness World Record. Talk about awesome. Now you guys know the record Say So was a huge record, but when Nicki Minaj jumped on the remix, this is where we saw it shoot up straight to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now this is what the Guinness World Record is saying. Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj now hold the official Guinness World Record as the first female rap duo to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. On 16th of May 2020, a remix version of Say So featuring Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj went to #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100. It was the first female rap duo that had ruled the countdown, and Say So was the first US #1 single for both hit makers. Say So surged to #1 from #6 the previous week due to the availability of the remix, which gave Nicki Minaj her 109th Hot 100 entry as of May 2020. No other act has amassed as many hits on the US single chart before reaching #1 before Nicki Minaj. Justin Bieber held the uninevitable record by making it to the top with his 47th entry, What Do You Mean, on September 19th, 2015, nudging out Taylor Swift. So as you guys see, both Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj are the first female rappers to hold a Guinness World Record. I want to say congratulations to both women. They are both winning and they are both doing their thing. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I thought this was a great accomplishment for these women. Now the next topic I do want to discuss, and I know you guys are going to be like, here we go again, is what went down in court with Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, and this whole dance B-word situation. Now you guys, this is going to get very sticky, so I hope you guys are ready for it. Now it all started when there is a Twitter account who was giving us step-by-step what was happening in the courtroom. This Twitter account goes by Nancy Dillon, and she was actually in the courtroom, and this is what she had to say about today. First witness in the Tory Lanez preliminary hearing was LAPD officer Sandra Cabral. She responded to S-Fired investigation, says that Megan was in panic and frantic, says that there was a piece found under Tory Lanez's passenger seat. It was actually warm to the touch, suggesting that the arm had been used. She goes on to say this: Tory Lanez's defense lawyer Sean Hawley questioned Stogner on dispute that led up to the incident. She said that there was an argument in the car that escalated when it was revealed that Tory and Megan had been in some type of intimate relationship. Tory's lawyer said the other woman in the car, Megan's former assistant Kelsey Nicole, did have some type of romantic interest in Tory. She actually became jealous and claimed that Megan backdoored her. Tory's lawyer also suggested that Tory later told police, "I was just trying to protect my girl." She asked Detective Stogner if he knew about that statement, citing police body cam footage. Now the judge, Mr. Bourgeon, said he finds probable cause to send Tory Lanez to trial and ordered him back on January 13th. Tory then left the courtroom and had no comment on the case. But you guys know that's not all that went down in court, and Tory Lanez had a lot to say on Twitter. So did Kelsey Nicole. Now when the story came out that Tory Lanez said that he was trying to protect his girl and there was an argument in the car because of his relationship with Megan, this is where we saw Kelsey Nicole jump into the Shade Room comments, and this is what she had to say. "This is all cap. I'm not worried about no NDA. This is real life-ish. NDA ain't stopping anyone. Trust me, my time to speak is coming. Let's let them get all their stories out. I'm the one with nothing to hide or to lie about. Difference between me and them, celebrities will do and say whatever to save face." So this is Kelsey's understanding of the situation. She is saying that it's all cap what Tory Lanez's lawyer told the court about this information that she had on Megan messing around with Tory, and she felt that Megan betrayed her. Now she's saying that's all cap and she wants to wait until it's her time to speak. Talk about a mess. Now this is not all that went down in court. There is also people calling out Megan Thee Stallion for her contradicting stories, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you guys don't remember, Megan Thee Stallion gave different versions of events about what happened in the incident. For example, this is what the detective said today happened in court. Megan was half in and half out of the vehicle when the Canadian Canadian rapper Tory Lanez allegedly hurt toward her feet. Megan immediately felt pain to her feet, observed the B word, fell to the ground, and then crawled to an adjacent driveway of a residence. She describes her injuries as profusely. Now, the detective went on to describe that Tory Lanez was standing on the stepboard of their SUV, while Megan was outside of the SUV, and as soon as Tory let off the shots, she immediately felt pain to her feet. She did observe red stuff on the ground and then crawled to a driveway. The detective also said under oath that Megan told him Tory apologized and begged her not to tell. He even offered her money to keep her mouth shut because he was on probation. The detective also said that Megan initially explained her injury by claiming she'd stepped on broken glass because she was afraid of the political climate. Now, this actually contradicts Megan's story. If you guys don't remember, Variety did do a story back in 2020 that contradicts what the detective was told by Megan. For example, this is what Megan told Variety in 2020. According to the recent latest Instagram live that Megan did, Megan claimed that she was in Tory Lanez's car with him, his bodyguard, and her friend, and that the four were arguing. Megan, who was in the front seat, left the car. She alleged that Tory Lanez hurt her through the car's back window. Megan insisted that the rumors had hit Lanez were bogus. She also said that did not relate to Lanez's romantic interest in Kylie Jenner. So this is totally different. She is telling the detective that Tory Lanez was half in and half out of the vehicle. However, Variety did report from her Instagram live that she is saying that Tory Lanez basically powed outside the car back window. This would contradict what she told the detective, and these are two different types of statements. Now, something else that went down in court is the fact that Tory Lanez had a breakdown, and Tory Lanez actually yelled at the detective, "Why don't you tell them what I was really apologizing about?" And he actually had to be asked by his lawyer to calm down. Now, this is how it went down. The detective was on the stand and he talked about a jailhouse phone call that Tory Lanez made to a woman. Tory apologizes on the call for something that he did because he was too drunk. Now, after the detective said this, Tory Lanez got up and yelled in the courtroom, "How are you gonna tell me what I'm apologizing for?" And everybody was looking at him like, oh my gosh. This is when his lawyer told him to calm down, and it just got really messy. After this happened, we saw Tory Lanez take to Twitter not too long ago to point out that his lawyer contradicted everything Megan has said in court, and he wishes that the media would report accurately. Now, this is what Tory Lanez just said on Twitter. "Nah, I need someone to report what was really said in court today. 45 minutes of my lawyer stating contradictory evidence that proves my innocence should never come back as one false story forced to the media." So as you see, Tory Lanez is not here for it. He was obviously not here for it in court when he yelled out, and this entire story is just too much. There are so many stories. Kelsey, I really think she should be quiet until she's gonna tell it all, because at the end of the day, this is just a mess, and I really do hope that Megan did not lie, because if Megan did not tell the truth, this could hurt her career. And we don't know if Tory Lanez is capping. Everybody in the car is capping to me. Nobody's giving me the actual details. It's a whole bunch of he said, she said, allegedly. So let me know what you guys think about these topics down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I love you guys to the moon and back, and we'll talk very soon. Bye, babes.